the sense that something true has been recognized even if it cannot yet be fully lived. This emphasis on interiority makes the scene resonate beyond its specific characters, speaking to anyone who has learned to measure their desires against the expectations placed upon them. Ultimately, the film positions women's connections with each other as sites of profound meaning, capable of holding complexity without collapsing into cliché. It invites viewers to consider how much quieter forms of intimacy can be just as transformative as grand declarations, and how recognition, when offered with care, can open the possibility of a life lived more honestly. The scene's emphasis on conversation as action underscores how, for many women, especially queer women, emotional disclosure is the primary terrain on which intimacy is negotiated. And rather than relying on dramatic gestures, the film trusts that meaning emerges through attentive listening, through the willingness to sit with discomfort, and through the recognition that being understood can be as consequential as being chosen. Samantha's articulation of her history is halting and imperfect, reflecting the way self-knowledge is often provisional and shaped by fear as much as by desire, and the film allows this imperfection to stand without correction or simplification. Janessa's role is not to rescue or resolve but to witness, and in doing so, she models a form of care that does not demand immediate clarity, only honesty. This dynamic resonates strongly within queer communities, where mentorship and recognition often arise informally, through shared moments of vulnerability rather than formal declarations. The scene also speaks to women more broadly, capturing the fatigue of emotional labor, the fear of vulnerability, and the longing to be seen without having to perform acceptability. By situating these themes within a domestic, familiar setting, the film suggests that the most profound reckonings often occur in ordinary spaces, away from public scrutiny, where women allow themselves to speak truths they have rehearsed internally for years. In resisting sensationalism, the film insists that women's love for women is not inherently disruptive, but is made fraught by social structures that refuse to accommodate it with ease. The restrained tone becomes a political choice, asserting that seriousness and respect are themselves radical in a cultural landscape that alternates between denial and fetishization. As a cultural text, the scene contributes to ongoing conversations about visibility by demonstrating that recognition does not always arrive as liberation, but sometimes as a quiet, unsettling clarity that demands patience and care. It affirms that becoming visible to oneself is an ongoing process, rather than a singular moment, shaped by relationships, context, and the courage to listen. This lingering uncertainty